Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for May 22nd through the 28th, 2017. So let's just take a moment to take a deep breath and to really allow yourselves to be connected to your higher self, your I am presence, and just allowing that gateway of higher perception and wisdom to flow. Almost feel like it's like it's flowing like a waterfall. Feel your heart open. Just feel the love flowing like a waterfall. And just allow yourself, your entire body, to experience this wave of well being and affluence that is so active within you unconditionally. And just seeing angels um, expanding their wings to envelop you. And they wrote out the word proposal. And this could represent a possible proposal between that someone might actually receive a proposal, a romantic proposal. It could also be a collaboration or a business proposal or some kind of opportunity. But the sense that I get from this, and what I'm kind of seeing, is that this is going to create a lot of changes. It's showing me butterfly wings, and bows, rewards. So I'm also seeing a dress as well. So it could represent a wedding dress, or it could represent symbolically um, sort of a new outfit, a new something like a new position or a new role that you may be asked to take on, or that may be somehow presented to you. And the sense that I'm getting is that it may come a little fast. They wrote out the word fast, so maybe it's unexpected or something. But also they're opening and flipping through a book. Um, and so I don't get the sense that it could be, someone's looking through, maybe you've put, because I feel like somebody's looking through something that isn't theirs. So maybe you've presented a book to someone or a book to a publisher, um, and they just wrote touch something. So it was like a one word, a compound word. I just couldn't see the rest of it. But it feels like that you should make some contact, or that you may hear from a contact, or get in touch with someone. Right? I get the sense that this person, and it could be also that you've shared a book with someone, and that you should touch base with them, or vice versa. If somebody shares something with you, this information may be useful to you. So, and they've written out the word laugh, and they've written this word out, and while I was meditating as well. And I know, they encourage laugh therapy, but I get a sense in this moment when I saw it is like whatever comes to you, you're going to laugh because you kind of knew. Um, Somehow you knew that this was going to happen. Not like the specific, but it's something you had a sense, and you were just downplaying it. Is kind of the word I'm feeling, and you will laugh because it's kind of like, wow, you realize you really should pay more attention to your guidance, and that those thoughts that are going through your mind aren't um, frivolous or just it's not your ego. And now they're reminding me of one of the things that's going to be important for you is to not let your ego get in the way. Don't let certain beliefs um, that you've held continue um, to hinder opportunities that you would otherwise be open to. So they're showing me a hamper and sort of relaxing in a hamper, and they wrote out the word help. And the sense I'm getting is if you would kind of relax, and sort of let things occur occur to you and allow things to happen for you, in that place, you'll be able to receive the help, because it's not that the help is not available, is that you're not in a place of receptivity. You're not allowing things to flow. You're not, it's like when you get in a hamper, you just kind of rest, and you see things um, that are going on around you that you haven't had the chance to see, and it's sort of that. You need to get in a receptive state. Now remember, being in a receptive mode does not mean that you're inactive at all. What you're doing is you're paying attention to the activity so that you can figure out what's going on, what's happening around you that actually resonates with you, and something that you may discover a project or a purpose, something that some goal that you need to begin to um, pursue in that sense. So this is a time where you need to be aware of the activity that's already happening, because if you're being active and there's a lot of universal activity going on, but you're not on the same page, you're not making that connection to your higher selves and your alignment, then you're kind of working against yourself in the sense, because you're getting the help. And I think this is where they want you to relax, is you're getting the help, but you are not helping yourself by working two angles. How do I want to say this? It's like you're working and they're working, but who do you think's gonna be, whose efforts are gonna be better served, or they're writing the word objective? Which one is gonna meet your higher self's objective best? So you don't want to work. Um, it's not just working against yourself, but you are working against yourself when you're not working with your higher self. And so this is why it's going to be very important for you to pay attention. And so you can be doing things, but expand your awareness. That's what they mean. Get in the receptive mode. You can be doing things, but open up, expand your awareness to the activity that is going on in the universe for you. That's helping you to co-create what you want. And that is to say what you truly want, and that is to say what you truly have, that in this experience you are becoming it. So if you're working from this sense, and if I encourage you to go back and read maybe the last 3 days, if you haven't been to the Facebook page, Card Message, where this came up, and the angels talk about it in more detail. But it's this idea of wanting as if you lack the things that you need. You got to remember that from your soul's truth, you already have all of these things. When an idea is inspired to you, a thought comes to you, it's already a part of your vibration. So the part of the human process is to become or align with what you already have, or what you possess in your spiritual essence. And in this way, it's a little bit of a shift, because what you're doing is the other way, when you want something, feeling that you lack it, or feeling that you have to sacrifice in order to get it, then what that creates is this gap where you literally the thing that you want now becomes sort of an idol, it becomes separate from you instead of you becoming it. Idols, like a statue or something, it's like sitting there and there's this thing that you're obsessing over, but you can't ever have it because you aren't aligning with it. When you see yourself as already having what you desire, like your talents, again, you've heard me say this is like because it's like you're chasing your own tail. Here, you're chasing a shadow. You're chasing an illusion, which is telling you that somehow you feel that you're inadequate because that's what the idol has turned into. That this thing is more, you've given all your power to it, and then you feel powerless, and that keeps that gap going. And so you are going to always be in an unending chase. So when you realize that you are what you seek, you're just in this time linear experience, you're becoming it. And that is a pleasure that your soul desires and takes pleasure in. I know I'm repeating myself, but I really want you to get this sense that you, from your higher self's position, the truth and the facts are very different. The facts you see in your reality, from your human experience, you will see the lack. But from your higher self's truth, you have this. And you, in this time linear experience, you are enjoying the process of becoming what you've already manifested energetically. And so if you instead of you put into this sort of this process, this thought process, if you put into this process, this thought rather, that you don't have to do things that you do, but you get to do them. Because that's another thing too, where we're always going around saying, oh, I have to do this today, I have to do this today. Everything seems like a chore. It feels like a weight you're carrying. Even things that you love, it all gets lumped into the same thing. But if you change, you can change your vibration, you can change your attitude about embracing everything that you have to do in your life by noticing, by saying to yourself, I get to do this. I get to do this. I don't have to do it. I get to do it. And that's the difference between wanting, that sense of wanting that comes from lack versus wanting that idea that you are becoming something that you already have. So it's just a matter of fulfillment, of allowing yourself to experience the expression of that which you already are, and that which you've already been blessed with. The contents, the elements exist within you, and through this process you bring it together and into a material form. So really try to just think about this and integrate this into your process this week. And so that as things occur to you or happen to you, just allow them. So they're not telling you to sit around and do nothing, okay? What they're telling you is to expand your awareness of the universal activity that is working on your behalf without fail. It never deviates from this for you. So you don't have to do it alone. And when you feel overwhelmed or confused, any what we have deemed negative circumstances, that is all letting you know how you need to rebalance your perception, your attitude, which you can do by taking a step back for a moment, breathe, reframe it. I don't have to, I get to. Ask yourself, how do I want to feel? Stop, look, listen. Stop the negativity. Ask yourself, how do you want to feel? And then listen to the guidance. These are kind of tools that you can put into place. And also recognize that you are not trying to achieve something from a place of lack. The universe, your soul, at the beginning of that meditation, that waterfall coming to the heart is It means a windfall of abundance. You are abundance. So you're not trying to get something. You're like as if you don't have it. You're becoming it. And a lot of the changes that you're experiencing, no matter how they're playing out, is remember all of them is one step allowing the prayer or your dream to unfold because change is the vehicle for opportunities, for blessings. It's a soul vehicle. So let's not curse it by going, oh, I have to do this. Just change that and go, I get to do this and see how this influences how you feel because I've worked with this myself and it really makes a big difference. I go from, the little tiny task like picking up a piece of paper off the floor. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I have to do that. I'll see it and I go, oh, I have to do that. And no, I get to. And the get to, what comes after that is for what is up to you how you want to spend that. I get to do that because I get to take care of it because I can, or I get to do that, take care of that because I can put it where it belongs, and no longer have to think about that. But the thing is oh, I have to do it. You'll never do it, or it'll sit there for a long time because why should you do anything that you don't enjoy? That's rule number one. And so don't criticize yourself when you discover yourself doing this a lot. I have to, I have to, I have to. But the thing is, you got to remember you're the creator of your reality and how you perceive it, right? Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. And if you go, I get to make my space look better, or I get to take care of this bill so that it's all taken care of and everything is secure and I can continue to enjoy the comforts and so on and so on. See what I mean? So put this into practice. And this is not a waste of time because you're thinking about the bigger goals and the things you got to do. And that won't feel like that if you are taking care of yourself continuously in this way, which shifts your attitude and how you're perceiving the world that you've been blessed to shower your own abundance upon. So let's get rid of that cross because they keep showing me that cross, and how we put ourselves on that cross. And this is the way we nail ourselves to that cross. This kind of talk, because it makes everything seem like it's suffering, like you're surviving through life. And I know that it's hard when you see a lot of things and you worry about a lot of things, but the reason you worry is because of how you perceive the thing that has to be handled. And you're not handling it alone. There's an exchange. They're writing this word out for me right now that's happening. And the universe is always, always willing to exchange, to share, to collaborate with you. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at the card for the theme of the week from the Archangel Tarot. Okay, and we have Archangel Raziel again this week. And this card is spiritual understanding. And it says, I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So, this is a profound spiritual truth that we are working with right now. And what he's showing me is a pyramid on a table, or looks like a log, but and this is a very important tool of manifestation. One, to help you to get into that frame work of abundance, of faith. This is a tool of mastery here, and because it's the way thoughts are neutral, but you get to, but when they interact with your emotional being, then that's when the alchemy begins, is the sense I'm getting from him. And so therefore, even if somebody gives you bad news, once it hits your emotional being, the chemistry, the alchemy starts. And so you get to decide what your energy is going to be, and and how you want that thought to interact with your energy. And so this gives you an opportunity to shift that thought that's out there. Paying a bill. It could be or a birthday party you're throwing on, but you may go, oh, I have to be now. I gotta organize this. Oh my God, I gotta do this. I mean, we lump everything in the same category. So, but think about how you want to feel. Think about doing that event, not the negative aspects of it, but what would how will your creativity, like, think about the creative angle in that situation for you. Think creatively, and then think about how that's going to make you feel, and then you can shift that thought. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I had a rehearsal the other day with the pianist, and my norm is to go, oh my God, freak out about being perfect and everything. Is my voice gonna come out this way, and blah 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 blah. And I had to change it to, I get to feel, I get to do this, And I thought about the feeling of that my soul just opens, how this love could just pour from me, and for me to feel, and for others. And then I realized that I get to do that. I get to share that love. And then it was no longer something to fear. And I had the most amount of fun that I've ever had. So, just to show you what Archangel Raziel is trying to help us to understand, how we are at this point where we're ready. You are ready to, you have always had the extended awareness, the ability to tap in. That's why they were showing me this huge trunk. And I believe that represents everyone right now. You're in a place where your connection is really strong and powerful. And now you have the capacity, but now you need to employ the understanding, the spiritual understanding, the spiritual tools, and begin creating spiritual alchemy in this way, where where you shift your thoughts, or how you perceive those thoughts. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at the cards for the beginning of the week. Let me just kind of shift this and see what our week is opening up for us. All right. So first we have the Queen of Raphael. And for me, right away, this card, what message says, follow your heart. But for me, this card, she's the mothering. She loves to nurture. She loves to give of herself. Opening her heart, opening her doors, opening her love to everyone is important to her. It makes her feel secure and safe, and it also validates. And the thing about it is that one of the things that she's also extremely empathetic, and it can be a gift and it can be a curse, as many of you know. And so the thing I'm getting about this card is that we don't want to continue to sacrifice ourselves or pour so much of ourselves into others without first knowing or following what it is that our heart wants for us. Okay, so don't let things get in that and get in your way or interrupt that process. For some reason, I don't know why they're writing the word painting, and so one of the things that you may want to do is some form of creativity. So it feels like, I mean, if you're an artist or any other kind of artistic work, artistic expression may be very healing for you, where you're able to channel that love. Because the Queen of Raphael of Cups, it has to go somewhere. And she also reminds us of that too, that we are meant to channel that love. We're meant to express it. And the thing is that you have this gift to channel that outward into the world, into other people. But you must also learn to do it for yourself as well, for your own pleasure and own sense of validation. You must learn to channel this for yourself. This is a gift you can give to yourself. And so in this week, there's a sense that don't forget to take care of yourself, nurture yourself as well, in the same way that you nurture others. And it feels like there's just a balance that needs to happen here. And this process also is a way of nurturing yourself. Because sometimes you may find it difficult to do things for yourself, but find it very easy to do things for everybody else. And the things that you need to do for yourself are important and they will fulfill you, but sometimes they overwhelm you because, as the queen, you have your sensitivity is emotional sensitivity is very high, very heightened, and you tend to maybe want to run away from those and kind of sort of escape in others. But there's a reason for you, and you're at a point where you can truly tap in to your manifestation powers through that heightened sensitivity. It's information, it's insights and creativity, and if you don't flow it into your own projects and goals that are beckoning you, summoning you, then what will happen is it can turn into some form of an addiction, or like, which can also be just like the need to help other people so I can escape my own feelings, or other things, substances and things like that. So be aware that this week you really need to channel your own creativity, doing things for yourself. Okay? All right. And they write yes, as that's it. So let's take a look at the card. And this card dropped out of the deck when I was shuffling before the video. And here it is again. So it definitely wanted to come up. And this is the Queen of Gabriel. So we have two queens here. And the Queen of Gabriel wands is a person very energetic. She's not afraid of her sensuality, her sexuality. She's not afraid of nurturing herself. She knows how, and she also knows how to do it, or to find that access point in others, that she knows how to trigger their sensory awareness. She knows how to trigger this, fire. She knows how to get the sparks going in other people. She's very good at motivating them and understanding what they are feeling, sensing, needing, and how they need to be inspired when they get blocked. So I'm getting a sense, as I'm saying all of this, that this is something that you need to do for yourself. Since it's with the Queen of Raphael, you need to find your own spark. You need to find those things and be very extend yourself. Okay, extend your awareness to what creates a spark for you. And as another tool, I'm hearing them say that to not deny yourself that spark, because you may tend to do that, either because you feel like somebody else is more talented than you, or that it's easier just to help other people, and then you get to feel good about yourself. Oops, I hit the mic. And you get to feel good about yourself, and so you kind of live through others vicariously. But they want you to find your own spark right now. And the card says you can do anything right now. Go after what you want. So imagine these two queens talking to each other. And it's kind of like, I feel like the Queen of Raphael is in need of some boost of confidence and some nurturing from her a comrade or a colleague in the realm of queens, and to go after what she wants, because now is your time. Okay, don't put others first. Put what you invest into others, put it into yourself now. Invest in yourself and trust what you're getting. Trust the information. Don't back away from it. Don't be afraid. And also because of the fire element, don't be afraid of your fire, your spiritual fire, is what she's saying to the Queen of Raphael. Okay? Now is your time to take that spiritual fire. Face your spirit, your holiness. Face it, embrace it, and then channel it into the great power that you are, that your goals represent, your dreams. Don't shy away from your dreams. So it's good that these two are pairing here in this week. She's sort of like they're got a sisterhood thing going on here. And look at this. And now we have a knight. So this is, we have all court cards here. The Knight of Raphael for the weekend is about, committed romantic relationships, it says, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. The Knight of Raphael is always, or the Knight of Cups is the lover, right? Not only the lover in a romantic idea, but a lover of ideals, and he is easily, just swept up in some great romance of life, So romance is not just, that connection between a man and a woman, or a man and a man, or, or just in general, okay? But it's about that connection that you find with life, with everything in life. And right now, it's time for you to pursue them. You want to pursue them, is what the Knight of Raphael of Cups means. You're ready to express yourself. You're ready to engage and engage others. And, so put yourself out there. Go for it. He wouldn't hesitate at all. He would go right for it. Okay? I don't know why it felt like I just saw the word grease. It's almost like they want you, like you somehow you need to lubricate your mind a bit. It's like you've allowed yourself to get stuck or a little stagnant, or like you're not using everything that you've been given. And they write the word eclipse as if you keep hiding behind something else, hiding behind some inadequate idea of yourself, or you're hiding behind others. They're writing, you're using youth as an excuse, that, if I could only be younger, I would do this, and that. You're using pain as an excuse. This is something you are allowing. You're eclipsing yourself for something and putting something else in front of you. So get rid of those idols. Okay, get rid of those things that you use an excuse to say, I can't do this because I'm not good enough. That's because that's coming from that idea of want that you lack. What you want, you're inadequate. So it's like, I want it, but I don't deserve it. I want it, I'm not worthy of it. I want it, so on, so on, so on. And that's what you got to get rid of. And that's when you need to understand that, in truth, if an idea came to you, it wouldn't have come to you if you weren't ready for it. Let me tell you, there's no way vibrationally that you could have attracted something unless you were actually ready for it. So it's about, I don't have to do this, I get to do this. Work in this way, okay? And you'll see that shift. Let me just tune in and see if there's any additional information I'm getting. No, but sort of seeing a lot of tall grass, it looks like. And there was a word written there, I couldn't see it. But, it looks like something needs to be cut, like a lawn that definitely needs to be cut. Or you can see it as a beautiful, maybe wildflowers. I mean, you can change it to your perception, but if it's something like a wall, I felt like it was like a wall that you're putting up. Like something simple as like, oh, I gotta cut the grass, oh, it's so tall, and you just you create walls out of things that are just beautiful things of life, things that we just is a part of our own creation, and that we get to choose how we want them to be. All right, let's take a look at the card I already pulled from underneath the deck. And wow, we have the Lover's card. So this really could be a confirmation of the proposal of love in this week. And this could also be about, um, following our deep passions, the things that we're really connected with. So, of course, this is the bottom card, and I use this card to tell me what's going on underneath the surface, what's motivating everything that we're seeing in the reading in the cards that are on the surface. And so, there, and this is, I'm hearing that you can use this as sort of a guide card, meaning, or advice card as well, meaning that to focus on what you love. Like, don't hold back love. Don't make excuses. Don't put excuses in your way, because then you're creating conditions. That's conditional love. So be unconditional. Don't hold yourself back. Embrace in the moment what comes to you, the opportunities, and but notice how you resonate with them. That's what's really important, because that's how you know if you resonate with it. You feel a connection, and don't worry about the mistakes in the past. Let that go. Be here in the moment now. Don't use your memory because you're afraid of the present, and that coping mechanism where we use our mind uses memories and spices them together to help us to figure out how to behave, you know, in this present moment. Forget all of that. Be open to the love that flows through you now. And if you stumble, so what? But at least you did it without using the past or your fears to do it. Okay, so just let it flow and see what happens. Just see what happens. Be curious. All right. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings. And I thank you all for joining us here. If you haven't subscribed, please do that so you can get videos that come up. And if you haven't been to our Facebook page, where the daily card messages are, I encourage you to do that, especially like last week. It was 4 days I did it last week, but go back and look, especially the last couple of days. And if you haven't been there, you know what's coming up in this week as well. You can find a description link below this video for my Facebook page. You can also find a description link for our Twitter, where you can also watch the videos through Twitter, and they're posted there, as well as the daily card messages that are written there. Also, if you would like an angel reading, you can contact me at theangelschool.com. On the services page, you can sign up for whatever reading you like. There's also opportunity for like angel kind of coaching if you're wanting to connect with your divine guidance, learn how to do angel readings, or anything you want to work on. Personally, you want to work on some personal things, you can also choose that. It's like 10 sessions. And you can find that description link below. And the information is on my website. My office hours are like 12 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. All right? So I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a really awesome week. God bless you all.